Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ray here, and this video is entitled "Let Her Cook: Why a Woman Belongs in the Kitchen." Right. So, all right. Obviously, the title's a little catchy to bring you in, but the real reason why I brought you guys here is because I'm starting to realize that letting a woman cook, letting a woman simmer about you in her mind, is one of the most important things when it comes to getting women. Right. Like when I was younger, I would think that it's being aggressive or approaching and setting up the date and then getting her back and doing whatever you got to do. But what I'm starting to realize is that a lot of work can be taken for you if you plant that seed in her mind and let her take her own self on a date. Let her build you up in her mind. And women do this all the time, right? This is why they say that a man was hot until he opened his mouth, right? Because you broke that fantasy. But you can actually build that up with things like a fragrance or a behavior or your conversation. And how you do that is by being cool, calm, and collected, and not trying to overdo it, not trying to rush the interaction, right? I know it's hard to do that, and this is maybe more of an advanced sort of game. I wouldn't say advanced, but like not beginner. But it's really starting to work for me, especially as I get older. So, perfect example, in case I didn't explain myself correctly the first time. I was staying at a hotel, and I was speaking to one of the hotel staff. Happened to be a woman, and we'd say hi and bye. Nothing crazy. And one day I had like a real conversation with her. I found out she was from Guatemala. She was here with her sister. Things like that. So the next day I was running late for work. I'm running down the corridor, and I don't know what made me think of this, but I saw her and I instinctively thought I should go for a hug. So I go for a hug, and not only did she hug me, but she ran her hand across my chest and kissed me on my neck. And I'm not gonna lie, it got me kind of excited because like I didn't expect that to happen. So I was like, like, do you want to talk later? And she was like, yeah, I'm down for that. So I said, put your number under my door. So after that, we ended up having an interaction. I'll leave it at that. And while I was doing that, she said something about my scent because I had to move my room. And she goes, "Oh, now this room smells like you too." And I'm like, "What do you mean by that?" And I guess what happened was she was enchanted by my scent. I have like this relatively expensive, like sort of one of those scents that you put like the sticks in and they kind of just, I don't know if it's a diffuser or whatever, but